Nah, I went to the American.
Did you? Okay, I couldn't remember.
Media days back in 2018.
2018. Okay, I couldn't remember if that was so. Okay.
Yeah, so second
Time. So I was. Yeah.
Yeah. You're good. You're good.
Was it a little surreal getting on the plane with Coach Norvell and Jermaine and Jordan? I mean, just think of how your life has changed in that year.
I think the private jet was pretty cool. But no, yeah, it's a cool experience, being with this special group of guys at Florida State. I'm super excited about 2021.
What have you learned about this team through the offseason, through the summer so far, and getting to kind of work with these guys a little bit more closely?
Just a mindset, we're hungry. We're hungry to go out there and perform and, make the most of this year. Guys are busting their butts week in and week out, day in and day out, and work out. So, yeah, I think just guys are hungry to be great.
How has the off-season process been for you physically? Like, just, getting back to that, again, how has that been for you?
It's been a grind, not just this off-season, but, the past couple of years, just trying to get back to, feeling like I can play at a high level. But, Coach Storms and his staff, they've done a great job of just, catering to me, catering to each individual athlete, what we all need in particular to, maximize our potential out there on the field. So it's been a great give and take relationship with our strength staff, our medical staff, and, I'm super blessed to, be around those people.
Do you feel like will be at 100% when fall camp starts?
Yeah, I already feel like I'm at 100. I'm ready to go. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Have you kind of consider what the first hit's going to be like, and is there any way to kind of practice for that, emulate that at all?
Nah, I mean, you gotta take your punches and throw your punches. That's football. So, we'll see when that time comes, September 5th. But I'm excited for it.
What about emotionally? I mean, a lot of people talk about when they have injuries like yourself, coming back and the struggles and everything. What do you think the emotions will be like for you? What you've gone through for the last 2.5 years?
Yeah, I think they'll be high. Stepping out on the football field in a live game setting for the first time in a while. But at the same time, once those ear pads are strapped up, it's time to go. So can't get too emotional, can't get too caught up in that moment. But at the same time, I think after the games and stuff like that, I'll be able to reflect a little more, and after the season, I'll be able to take a step back and just kind of soak in the process of this being my last year of college football. So it's going to be an exciting year, and I think once it's all said and done, I'll be able to take a step back and look back. But right now, I just want to live in the moment and just have fun every day.
Coach seems so impressed by the way you and Jordan have kind of bonded and worked together. Were you concerned about that when you came in? I mean, coming into a program where a guy played a lot last year, and your reputation speaks for itself. Is that something you were worried about at all?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you go into a QB room, only one guy is typically going to be the guy. So you never want any animosity in there. I kind of went through the same thing my freshman year going to UCF. There's always going to be that sometimes, but Jordan, he's helped me tremendously, just learning the playbook, competing with him day in and day out. And the other guys too, Tate, Chubba, Gino. I feel like we're all helping each other get better, and that's what it's all about. And, if one of us eats, we're all going to eat. So I'm super excited to see what Jordan does this year, I do this year, Tate does this year, Chubba, Gino. We got a really good QB room, and that's a good problem to have.
Coach brought you in Jermaine after transferring in, and then obviously Jordan transferred in as well. How have you felt embraced by this program, by your teammates, by the coaching staff, even as the new guy?
It's been awesome. Like, even, we got a lot of transfers. We got a lot of guys that came to Florida State out of high school too. So it's a good blend of, different guys from different backgrounds, different stories. And I feel like that's what life's all about. Everybody kind of got their own journeys and whatnot. But we're all coming together. We all got a common goal, and that's to, be the best team we can possibly be. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun getting to know all these guys. And, I'm still looking forward to the next, 4 or 5 months, building those bonds with these guys, going through the hills and valleys of a season, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
How different does the playbook and the offense feel to you compared to during the spring practice?
I'm getting more comfortable each day. Just getting in the film room, learning from my mistakes in spring ball, learning something new each day. But, I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable with what the coaches are asking me to do. Like I said in past interviews, I can see why our coaches had the success they've had in the past, at previous places they've been. It makes sense. You see the results from past film. You see the results in spring ball. I feel very comfortable.
Because what's the message been? I mean, with everything going on with COVID last year and vaccinations being a hot topic, what's been the message among the leadership and the locker room for you guys about maybe getting guys vaccinated so you guys won't have those kind of hiccups maybe going into the season?
Yeah, I feel like it's up to the individual on, what they want to decide to do. We'll leave that up to each guy on our team, on what they want to do. And that's all I really got to say about that. If a guy gets contact traced for 2 weeks, kind of is what it is if they decide not to get tested. Get the vaccine. But it's just one of those things. It's something we got to deal with. So.
Did you guys pay attention to what happened in NC State baseball?
Yeah, we definitely saw that. Unfortunate for them. It's just one of those things. I'm not sure if they had the access to the vaccine during their season or whatever it was, but like I said, it's one of those things.
You guys bringing in Andrew Parchment, what have you seen from him? I know you've worked out with him. What's he going to bring maybe to this offense?
One, just experience, being an older guy like myself. Played a lot of ball, knows ball, knows defenses and stuff like that, but he's just a freak athlete, can take the top off defenses, extremely fast, smart. I'm excited to see what he does in fall camp and in the season.
What does success look like for Florida State this year? What are your expectations? Your first year in the program, coming back after not being able to play and just giving it all you got, and a rebuilding program and all eyes on it. What does success look like for you?
For us, just getting 1% better each day. That's what we always preach, and just keep climbing together. And like I said, we want to reach our max potential, but potential means you haven't done anything yet. So we got to go out there, execute. We can think we're going to be great, but you got to go prove it on game days. So, like I said, we can't mark it at 10 wins, 12 wins. You know what I mean? Like it's just us being the best we can possibly be.
McKenzie, you've been in the state for 5 or 6 years now. I know you know Bobby Bowden, obviously, and obviously with the news yesterday with this terminal diagnosis. What are your thoughts about Bobby and what he's meant to college football?
Yeah, thoughts and prayers out to the whole Bowden family. Just everything I've heard about him. I haven't had the pleasure to meet him, but everything I've heard about him, who he is as a man, he embodies what Florida State's all about. So, our thoughts and prayers would go out to him. Tough day for the Noel family yesterday, but we're all in this together. We're gonna send our thoughts and prayers out to him day in and day out, and we're gonna carry this logo with pride because of him, because he set the foundation and standard for all of us here.
Kenzie, what do you see as the similarities between what Florida State's running and what UCF was running when you were there? And what about Mike Norvell's offense was kind of new, different for you to learn?
I feel like in any offenses there's some similarities and some differences. I feel like the run game's a little more in tune in terms of checking in and out of things in this offensive scheme. But at the end of the day, football is football. You can kind of connect the dots and to some things you've done in the past. I feel like the biggest thing is just learning the terminology and speaking the same language as the coaches.
Did you guys ever talk? I mean, obviously you faced each other, UCF and Memphis. When you finally got on campus and were talking with him, did you remember some of those games? Did he bring up some of those things that you got the better of him at some point?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit about it last night. I think Coach gets a little sensitive to those subjects sometimes, but that just goes to show, a lot of those games came down to 1 or 2 plays, and that's what we're fighting for. We're trying to fight for that edge this year, and hopefully when we get in those games this year, we'll be on the right side of it.
In what ways has Jermaine impressed you since you met him?
One, just his work ethic. He's a first guy in, last guy out type of dude. He embodies that mentality, just of being a professional before he's a pro, and he really took charge of the defense. And man, when he plays, it speaks for itself. So I'm super excited to see what he does this fall.
You played in some pretty great environments. How excited are you to be in Doak on Sunday evening of Labor Day weekend with hopefully 80,000 people?
Yeah, it's gonna be really special. Like you said, Notre Dame coming to town. First time in Doak. I'm super excited. It's gonna be a packed house, and I'll definitely relish in that moment. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
McKenzie, usually when a player leaves to go to another school and state, for instance, the fan base that you were previously at maybe doesn't receptive to that, but UCF fans have been really supportive of you, coming out about talking about the move and hoping for your success. What does that mean to you if they still have those connections to that fan base?
It means a lot. like I said, I bleed black and gold. You know, I love that place. You know, it's my alma mater, so you know, I always have a special place in my heart at that school. You know, I wish him the best this year. I always will. But if we see him for some particular reason, you know, they got to get my best. But definitely grateful to all the fans there for all the support they showed me from 2016 till now, and hopefully furthermore in the future. You know, I love that school.
How much have you guys been able to get out for the player run stuff, and how helpful has that been?
Yeah, we've been out there, you know, a few times every week, just, you know, trying to get on the same page, working timing on routes, communicating with the O-line and stuff like that. So we've been out there quite a bit all summer, and, you know, been wrapping it up leading into fall camp here in a few weeks. And, you know, I like where we're at. Definitely not where we need to be, but we are where we are, and, you know, we got to make big strides in fall camp to get to where we want to go.
We've seen some of the guys tweeting, like, pictures of scales and stuff from the work they've done this offseason. What have you seen from just the overall group in terms of strength program?
Yeah, like I said, Coach Storms and his crew, man, they know what they're doing. One of the best I've been around, strength staff-wise, just being in college, just in terms of getting us bigger, faster, stronger, but also, you know, the recovery aspect of it, you know, knowing when to lean back a little and let our legs get back under us leading into fall camp or whatever it is in summer workouts. So guys have been busting their butts and pushing their limits, and you can see the results in their bodies. So it's been a lot of fun to watch.
Is there anyone here at this event that you're looking forward maybe to bumping into to talk about? You know, DJ ukulele.
Yeah, you know, all those guys are really good players. You know, I think this conference might have the best QB play in the country with the guys we got. So, you know, hopefully I get to bump into some of those guys, but no one in particular. You know, I'm just here to talk to you guys, my friends, and then you know, head on back to Tallahassee.
Eric talked about yesterday how you guys are really cool off the field. Obviously,
Yeah.
you know, you have the dream field together and everything. It's talking about that relationship. You know, you guys are going to face each other down the road this year, but you have that friendship off the field.
Yeah, I've known Eric for a number of years now, and you know, he's a great dude, great player. You know, just having the opportunity to work with him on Dreamfield is, you know, really a once in a lifetime opportunity, and you know, I couldn't think of a better partner. But also, you know, when the time rolls around and Miami comes to town, it's going to be on. And so, really excited to just compete against him, and you know what he's all about on and off the field is something special. So excited to see what he does this year.
You know, the 12 team.
Guys, I got to get him upstairs.
Oh, okay.
All right.